So ladies and gentlemen and just plain viewers, welcome aboard another flight today from Baku, Azerbaijan to Mumbai, India. Flying time today 3 hours 43 minutes. We'll be climbing up to 35,000 feet and we should be set up for a nice clear skies all the way to Mumbai and somewhere over Pakistan sunrise for a early morning arrival to Mumbai. You probably know me by now. My name is Zad Sultan Khan, and today our crew is Ibrahim Mamadov and Rafael Karamov, who will be assisting us on this flight. So we're just about ready to go. We're about to close the doors and we will start to go into our pre-flight procedures now. Welcome aboard once again. Ibrahim, pre-flight checklist please.
Oh, okay. So, pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Flight instruments are set for now.
Parking brake
is set.
And fuel control switch.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist.
Thank you very much. So since you're flying, Ibrahim, you can read me the OPT for the performance and I will cross-check.
Condition dry. Wind 1602 knots.
Checked.
Temperature 9. QNH 1024.
Checked.
Optimum rating. Flap 20. 3 packs on, anti-ice off.
Checked.
And takeoff weight is 3.9.
Checked. By runway checked.
So no emergency turn.
Checked.
Engines is Pratt & Whitney 4056.
Excellent. Checked.
And what we got in the result, it's flap 20, runway 17. Takeoff weight 3.9er. Acceleration height is 1500 feet. The rated takeoff 1.39er.
Checked.
Selected temperature 43.
Checked.
And speeds V1 145.
Checked.
VR 157.
Checked.
V2 167. VRF 30 167.
Checked.
And distance looks good.
Very good. Yeah, there's some margin there with no stopway.
Yeah.
Checked. I'm happy. So I'm ready for the brief.
Southwest 3319 runway 17 for departure and you clear to destination flight level 130. SID Mach 1, Charlie departure, Avon contact 120.8, squawk 1312. Southwest 3319 heavy, copy it, pushback face to south of him, Charlie 7 and steady approved, runway 17 for departure, QNH 102 time 16.
So you might have noticed we have different engines on this aeroplane to our standard 747-400 fleet. Our standard fleet has Rolls-Royce engines. We have Pratt & Whitney engines on this aeroplane. And although Rolls-Royce engines have 3 spools, so an N1, N2 and N3, it uses engine pressure ratio, EPR, which is up here, to determine engine thrust. And the Pratt & Whitney engines generally, as far as I know, all of them use EPR as the primary engine setting in normal operations, even though we have only 2 spools on the Pratt & Whitney engine. So I think Rolls-Royce is unique in the fact that they have 3 spools. And I believe even on the latest engines, they stick with the 3 spools. So it takes longer to start on the Rolls-Royce, but you will see here on Pratt & Whitney it doesn't take much time at all, maybe 1 minute 10 for the whole procedure. Ground flight deck, go ahead. When you are ready, start sequence 4, 3, 2, 1, 2 by 2.
All yeah, correct, sir.
Roger, starting 4 and 3.
Roger.
And there's our sister ship. This aircraft sister ship.
Yeah.
Twins. Start 4 and 3, please.
Okay. Number 4, number 3.
Auto start 4, 3. Ground flight deck. Go ahead. Starting engines 2 and 1.
Roger.
Start engines 2 and 1, manual start.
Both at the same time?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Number 2, number 1.
Duck. So these 2 engines, due to the engine setting, or let's say the previous operator of the engines, doesn't have auto start. I'll explain a bit in the cruise about this. But go ahead.
Push back on this, set park and brake.
Park, brake, set. So for these 2 engines, I have to be in control of the whole start sequence. We have maximum motoring on N2, fuel control switch to run, maximum motoring, fuel control switch to run. So I control the fuel input. And now the igniters will ignite the fuel entering and EGT rise light up. Hold on. Flight control check, rudder.
Okay.
Full left. Center. Full right. Center, elevator check. Full forward. Neutral. Full aft. Neutral, aileron check left. Neutral. Right. Neutral, full and free. Before.
Southwest 3319, runway 17, clear for takeoff, wind 180 degrees, 6 knots.
Runway 17, clear for takeoff, Southwest 3319, heavy, close up.
Should we aim for rolling?
Yeah, why not?
Come on. Tuck, you have control?
My controls and set takeoff thrust, please.
Setting takeoff thrust. Knots, thrust set.
Check.
Departure Salvage from Southwest 3319 is passing 1000 feet, climbing flight level 130 on the Namas 130, correcting tarmac 130.
Akşam nasılsın Southwest 3319, about approach, ready contact up to flight level 130, unrestricted.
South unrestricted 130, Southwest 3319.
So we're at 130, can you check the restrictions, please?
Sure. Just one. ICAS message, no land 3.
Yeah, that's clear.
So just a little briefing to the viewers on what we just did. Some countries have special procedures for us before we enter into their airspace, and we're presently over the Caspian Sea and just entering into Tehran's flight information region, and Iran requires all airplanes before entering to identify themselves to air defense radar. So we had to go on to another frequency on our second box and establish communications with them and identify ourselves to them, where we're going, where we're coming from, what kind of airplane we are, what flight level we are, what unique code we are squawking, and they identified us positively and they've cleared us to enter.
Southwest 3319, climb and maintain flight level 350. Contact Tehran 132.5, Yaxyol.
350 and Tehran 132.5, Silkwest 3319, Saul and Salamat Kalam. Tehran Shaba Khair, Silkway West 3319er, climbing flight level 350, approaching Ulduz.
Alpha Zulu 12 3319, Tehran radar contact 350, escort 3677. Good morning.
3677, Silkwest 3319, nice Java.
Speed do not pass.
Checked.
Very good.
Top of climb. 96.4. Minute 56. So, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit about our route today. We've just reached cruise altitude. I'm pilot monitoring for this sector, so what I do is I monitor the aircraft systems with Ibrahim, who's pilot flying. He's primarily responsible for steering the airplane and make sure she's going and flying in the correct way and going in the correct way. And my job is to speak on the radio to make at least every hour fuel check, time check to make sure we're on track, not losing any fuel, and if we're losing fuel, to establish the reason for that. Speaking with ATC and monitoring and managing all the radio communications and the radio navigation involved on this flight.
Tehran 38202, flight level 370.
A little bit about our routing today. We took off to the south directly over the Caspian Sea, and the Caspian Sea, you can see, is huge. Basically, from top to bottom, we're talking about 300 miles. All the way from Russia and Turkmenistan to the right to Azerbaijan and Iran to the south. So we're still over the Caspian Sea, although we're 30 minutes into the flight, and if we look outside the window, we can start to see the coast of Iran, and the first, let's say, city that we come across is Dasht-e-Naz, just on our nose, and we have Tabriz off to the right, where nice place to fly. I used to fly 747 passenger planes there. Tabriz to the right is a huge city, and a long way across Iran from northwest to southeast. Sorry, we pass Tehran off to our left side, and from Iran we enter into Pakistan. And Pakistan, we fly directly over Karachi. Karachi is a mega city, it's a metropolis, and the sun might be rising by then, but we should get a good view of Karachi from air to air, from the air. So Oscar Papa Kilo Charlie is Karachi, and then we enter into Indian oceanic airspace, avoiding the land route here, otherwise we would have flown more efficiently directly, but according to the airspace structure, we have to fly this airway Mike 638, following the coast and starting our descent to Mumbai. .3 Silkwest 3319, Namaskar. 10,000 and 1,000 to go.
Check.
Mumbai, Namaskar, Silkwest 3319, descending flight level 90, radar heading 180 degrees. Continue descent level 70, Silkwest 3319.
70.
Call sign is Silkwest, confirm.
Affirm, Silkwest 3319.
Silkwest 3319, turn left heading 110.
Left hand heading 110 degrees, Silkway West 3319.
So heading 110, sir.
Check.
Qatari 07 November, radar position is 12 miles from touchdown, contact tower 118 small 1.
Tower 1181, Qatari 07 November.
2000.
Silkwest 3319, 25 miles from touchdown, cleared for ILS approach runway 09, report established, localizer.
Cleared ILS approach, runway 09 will coast Silkwest 3319.
So level off.
Check. So the wind at the moment's from the left,
Yeah,
21, but
I see.
he said from the right.
Silvers 3319, runway 09 clear to land, wind 150 degrees 02 knots.
Runway 09, clear land, Silquest 3319.
Okay, going back now.
Roger. $500.
Check.
Approaching minimums.
Check.
Minimums.
Continue landing.
Roger. Check speed.
Connecting.
100,
Check.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed
Line up runway 09, number 10, Spy Jet 440.
Reverse green. Knots.
Alright, reverse.
I have control.
Your controls.
Silvers 3319, vacate via November 4.
Vacate November 4 to the left, Southwest. 3319 heavy.
Minor brake.
Checked. November 4 to the left.
Checked.
Stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here in Mumbai. As you can see, offloading is complete. Now we're loading the airplane, and in my pre-flight procedure, it's time for me to do the pre-flight inspection, the walk around as it's called. So join me along as I describe the walk around on the 747-400. So generally we start off at the nose, and normally from here we check the pitot tubes, the ice detector, the angle of attack sensor, and in fact we're also looking at the skin around this area to make sure there are no rips or any dents, because that can disturb the airflow entering the ports. So and it will give incorrect readings. So generally here we're checking this. We come around to the nose gear, the general condition of the tires, checking to make sure all the bolts are in place. Believe it or not, it has been before, they come loose, not in our company, but in a previous company I had seen that, and we're not allowed to depart with even one missing. So it's an AOG, quite important. And when we're looking at the strut here, we're looking to make sure that it's not fully compressed, and considering that they've already started loading the plane and the nose wheel is, the nose section is already loaded, this is quite a normal situation. No drips of oil or anything. Behind this section here is the weather radar, and if there's any damage or any sort of delamination or paintwork being chipped on the nose, it can give erroneous or false readings to the weather radar. So that's a very important one, and it's a testament to the size of the jumbo that I have to come back all the way back here to check the next thing, and that is the condition of the wipers and the temperature probes up there up front. So I'm checking the general condition of the cargo. There's nothing loose. There's no dangerous goods which have been incorrectly loaded and packed. The locks are all up, securing the cargo down to the loading system. So we have a car on board which is considered a dangerous good, which is acceptable to carry. You can see already the sign. Dangerous goods 9. It's probably because of the fuel in the remaining fuel in the tank.
welcome back to the flight deck. We hope you enjoyed the flight coming over here and enjoyed the landing Ibrahim made, and watching the cargo loading going on to get an insight into how cargo planes are managed on turnarounds. And now we're back here ready to prepare for the flight back to Baku. Flight time 4 hours 39 minutes, and we will be climbing up to
level 360.
360. At least we can give Air India passengers a nice view of a 747.
Yeah.
They better be taking pictures of the Queen.
Silkwest 3320, good morning. Behind the landing traffic, line up behind November.
Behind landing traffic, line up runway 09, Y November, behind Southwest 3320.
Get by November 5, apply 62,000.
I play 627 after vacation right on November 1, contact ground 12.75.
Right on November 1.75, can you go over there?
Silkwest 3320, runway 09er, cleared for takeoff, wind 110 degree 07 knots.
Runway 09, clear for takeoff, Silkwest 3320, Aviation. Thank you, bye bye.
Ready?
Ready?
Checklist are complete?
Yes, checklist complete.
Okay, let's go. Setting takeoff thrust. Check.
Thrust set.
Checked.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up, please.
Gear up. Life engage.
Check, set 240.
And level 240 set.
I flight 6204, namaskar, descend level 100.
Descend flight level 100,
For those of you who are unfamiliar with the 747 or general Boeing cockpit layout, I'd like to give you a little tour of the 747 flight deck. So it's quite a classic flight deck, and there's a lot of redundancy on each system. If for some reason some system should fail, we've got a multitude backup of systems, and generally you could say, as a rule of thumb, there are four hydraulic lines, 4 electrical lines, and etc. We've got 3 packs, air conditioning packs, so there's a lot of redundancy on the 747. Starting up on the overhead panel, this plane is, like we've said in the briefings, slightly different to our standard configuration of 747s, but here we have electronic engine controls, EECs, switches where we can change from normal to alternate mode. The initial reference system setup is up here. Then we have the MCP, the mode control panel. This is basically where we control the autopilot. There are 3 main components here of autopilot control. So we have the IS Max selector, which is basically for the auto throttle. If I take over manual control of the speed, I can push this button and we should really be in Mach at altitude and select any speed I want, and the auto throttle will react accordingly. We have the lateral control section here, so LNAV is taking navigation, lateral navigation information from the FMS CDU. Basically, it's quite an interesting concept. Just to explain to the viewers, if you imagine the airplane, and forgive me here because art was never my strong suit in school. If you imagine this is the airplane with us sitting here, and this is the wings. So you have the center tank and you have the fuel tanks. What we want to do is, if there's you can imagine there's the weight of all the cargo, all the passengers, and then there's the weight of the fuel in the center tank and in the wing tanks. And so the objective is to lessen the weight in the center of the whole airplane to reduce the stress on the structure here. So the more weight that's in the center, the more the stress on the wings, and over time that could cause structural damage to the plane. So so Boeing and aircraft manufacturers, they always usually try to use up the fuel in the center of the airplane and reduce the stress on the wings. So we burn this one first, and then we start burning from the wings.
Continue climb 2000.
Roger, continue climb 2000 feet, that was 131.
Initial missed approach is set. Check.
Right, heading 260, Alpha Zulu 131.
Southwest 3320 established ILS 17.
Southwest 3320, tower 192, Salon.
192, Southwest 3320, Salon. Lucky Tower, Salam Alaikum, Southwest 3320, heavy established ILS, runway 17.
Southwest 3320, continue approach, runway 17, distance 6 miles.
Continue approach. 500.
Checks.
Plus 100.
Checked.
Minimums.
Landing.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake up. Reverse green. Checked. 70 knots.
Checked.
Southwest 3320, indicate runway Bravo.
Bravo.
Southwest 61, next holding point, runway 17, climb down 1, Bravo.
Okay, we have 30 seconds to go. Shut
Okay.
down procedure, please.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us on this round trip, Baku, Mumbai, Baku. We're back in Baku, and we look forward to see you again very, very soon. Thanks to the crew, and thanks to you.